Two games for the price of one. The AUSL All-Star Cup rolling in Rosemont, Illinois, getting ready for the second game of our doubleheader. It'll be our first look at Team Kowalik for Series 3 as they take on Team Netz. Parkway Bank Sports Complex is our venue. Another sellout, folks. Just incredible numbers All-Star Cup long. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. This has been changed since the end of our first game. Rachel Garcia, how do you do? Big jump for her. She is now in second place, but she is still trailing Kowalik, who has a full 7 innings to pad her total, already atop the leaderboard. Kowalik has been money so far in the All-Star Cup.
She has just found her way to the top of the leaderboard, not just because of her getting it done and being on winning teams, but her ability to be so dynamic at the plate. She's been able to hit for singles, hit consistency, and she also has the power game, and not to mention and forget that she gets it done behind the plate too, as well as a catcher.
Kowalik has the distinction of not only putting up just massive numbers, but also being fortunate enough and making good enough decisions as a captain to continually win innings and, more importantly, win games. She's getting points basically every possible way, and that's why she's in first place with a bullet as we begin Series 3. Let's take a look at Kayla's lineup card, second consecutive series that she's a captain. Amanda Lorenz. She is back. She'll be leading things off. Kowalik puts herself in the 2-hole. Koffel and Leach. Aubrey Leach hitting cleanup. Delaney Wiz is the first baseman. Corby Otis. Mackenzie Clark. Jessie Warren. That's Jessie without an E at the end of her name. Doesn't make any E's in third base either. Victoria Hayward, the veteran, is in right field. And that 9 will be facing Lexi Kilfoyle, who began the day 14th out of 60 players on the leaderboard.
And Lexi Kilfoyle, didn't see her last week. She was traveling with Team USA, was one of the team alternates, but we have just seen and continue to see her do great things here at AUSL, a stellar regular season, and also had a good start in Series 1. A couple wins under her belt.
All right, ready to go. It is a unusually cool Sunday afternoon here in Chicagoland. It is windy. Wind was a factor in our first game. If you're in Chicago, folks, and it is August 24th, you expect it to be hot. It is not. It's refreshing. Get the long sleeves for the Amanda Lorenz. Amanda's used to being hot. She's from California, played collegiately at Florida, lives currently in South Carolina. So she's freezing right now. 3-0. There is no chance that Amanda swings 3-0. One of the best hitters in the game with 2 strikes on her. She's super confident. Doesn't need to waste an at-bat by swinging 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk to Lorenz.
And you just got to think about Lexi Kilfoyle having last week or so off, and so just trying to find herself, trying to get into a rhythm.
Just fun numbers for Kilfoyle during the regular season. 50 2/3 innings, 31 strikeouts. Doesn't walk many, so just 11 free passes. Kowalik doesn't even think about laying down a bunt. Hits it hard but foul. Well, if anyone deserves the type of success they're having, it's Kayla Kowalik. She loves the game. During the regular season, she actually drove all night. She's an assistant at Texas Tech. Of course, went to the championship round of the Women's College World Series. Drives a gapper. That'll get down. Extra bases for Kowalik. They're going to send Lorenz. The throw not in time. You can't even get close to Kayla Kowalik. She's that hot.
I mean, like, what is beyond hot? I don't even know what that word is. Like, in Fuego, she is just seeing the ball so well. This is a 1-1 drop-in on the inner half, and just effortless swing. She just gets to contact, and this thing just flies off her bat. And you can see that she's seeing it well and getting her team going 1-0.
Here's Aaron Koffel. Called strike one to Koffel. Koffel, 7th out of 60 players on the leaderboard, beginning today's action. She's from not too far away, north central Indiana. Off-speed pitch popped up. Wind's going to be a factor. Foul. That ball was blown away from the 3 defenders chasing after it.
Again, just the wind picking that ball up and carrying it.
Is it everyone's job to just notice it on their own, or did someone actually say when you get out there for the first inning, hey guys, wind's going to be an issue?
I think everybody's communicating and you're talking and you're noticing. If you're an outfielder, you're relaying that to the infield, vice versa. It's just collective. Everybody's noticing the wind and, hey, talk to me more if this ball's in the air and it carries. If you're, especially middle infielders, talking to your outfielders, letting them know, hey, pick me up. That carries, pick me up, catch that.
It says wind 6 to 11 miles per hour, but it's gusting. Koffel 1 for 6, All-Star Cup play. Had a monster regular season. No one could get her out. Offensive Player of the Year. Off the end of the bat, caught by the center fielder, Zirkle. Hey, good play by the veteran Zirkle to get a beat on that. 1 down.
Just the defensive plays that we have been seeing all around, all teams today, but Zirkle going quite a bit of ways, laying out for that. That's a big out. And the big AUSL MVP and Aaron Koffel getting there to retire.
Here's Aubrey Leach, swings at the first pitch into left field. Bella Dayton, 2 down. Maybe the only time this season that we'll see Aubrey Leach offer at the first pitch. Here's the Whiz Kid, Delaney Whiz. 2 for 6 with a homer. Called strike one. Looks like Kilfoyle has found the strike zone and is feeling more comfortable than she did against Lorenz and Kowalik. Good pitch. Have that interesting dynamic with Mary Iacopo behind home plate. You hear the double pop. She'll hit her hand into the glove before the pitch comes, and then you'll hear the ball popping into the glove. Come on, give us a hand pop. Well, there it is. Called strike 3. All right, Lexi Kilfoyle. Kilfoyle gives up a run to Kayla Kowalik on a double, but retires the side in order after that. Not a seat to be had. Another sellout here at Parkway Bank Sports Complex, Rosemont, Illinois, just outside of Chicago. Team Kowalik, a 1-0 lead over Team Netz. Team Netz heading to the bat rack. Let's take a look at Devin Netz, first-time captain. Her lineup card. Always a good decision to start things off with Morgan Zirkle. Zirkle will lead things off, followed by Sydney McKinney, Tori Vidalis, Tiara Jennings. A really good performance for Team USA at the World Games. Netz will put herself in the 5-hole. Iacopo behind the plate. Alchin, Urtez, and Bella Dayton rounding out the 9. Batting against Georgina Kowalik.
Georgina Kowalik, just an incredible season that she is had. It's just the versatility that stands out for me with her. You're able to have her be a starter, have her come in as relief. She can close. We saw her do that with the Talons all season long.
Just crazy numbers during the regular season. 6-0 with an ERA, just a sliver above 2. Zirkle swings at the first pitch and blips it into left field. Yeah, the freight train just keeps on rolling. Morgan Zirkle playing in her 140th consecutive professional game. Athletes Unlimited has been around since 2020, and no one has played more games than Morgan Zirkle, who has never missed a game. 140 in a row, and she gets herself a base hit.
It's impressive.
Bunting, McKinney gets it down. That's a good bit of softball right there. Sydney McKinney gets 10 points for the successful sacrifice and moves Zirkle into scoring position.
Just great all around. Sydney McKinney setting up early. Jesse Warren crashing early, getting that out. Just good softball all around.
And now one of the best run producers in the world today, Tori Vidalis, grabs a bat. TV Tori, they call it. It's not just her initials. She works in television as well. Maybe as good with a mic in her hand as she is with a bat in her hand. Former Texas A&M Aggie. Got some good players down that way over the years.
I think she just continues to get better as a player. Also on the mic too, but just she's just so good, and she continues to be clutch. I think one of the clutchest hitters I've ever seen.
This situation means something to her. Runner on at second. I know it's early, it's first inning, but she breathes, lives to drive in runs. Not this time. Popped up in fair territory. Catch is made by Koffel. 2 down. Well, inning's not over yet. Tiare Jennings will bat. A winner wherever she goes. 4-time national champ at Oklahoma. Jennings, a batting average, look at that, 1,000. How do you get there? By being perfect. She's 3 for 3.
But just coming home with that gold versus Team Japan in the semifinal game. She had the 10th inning hit to get USA to go on to the gold medal match, and those are the things that matter.
Deep into the wind, left field, gone! A homer for Jennings! Her perfection continues! She's 4 for 4 with a homer so far in this All-Star Cup.
And this has got to be Devin Netz' probably most important pick that she could ever make. Tiare Jennings so hot right now, just swinging such a great bat, but all she knows how to do is win. And off the bat, this is out of here, and immediately puts Devin Netz' team up 2-1.
And an inning win for Team Netz. They win the first inning, so that's a +10 for everyone on Team Netz. And already that's a rarity for Kayla Kowalik and the team that she's captaining. Kayla Kowalik has made a tradition of winning every single inning of every game that her teams play. But maybe the worm has turned. Here's Netz. Netz is going to have a busy series, you'd imagine. Begins the game as the DP, but she can also pitch. And remember, she's the captain, so if she wants, she could pitch herself every inning of every game. To third, Jesse Warren. Fantastic play. That was uber difficult, and Warren made it look routine. But an inning win for Team Netz, courtesy of the home run by Tiare Jennings. Team Kowalik, 1 run, and they're having the first inning. answered by a 2 spot by Team Netz in the bottom of the first inning. A 2-out, 2-run home run by Tiare Jennings, and it's a first inning win for everyone on Team Netz. With Natasha Watley, I'm Eric Collins. Corby Otis leads things off. Otis is the DP to begin the day. 3 for 13, the rookie from Florida. Otis can do a bit of everything. She can run, hits with power. Had a nice regular season. Played for Elisa Goller on the Blaze. Was an everyday player from the jump. Kilfoyle walked Lorenz to begin the first inning. Doesn't want to walk Otis to begin here in the second. And she's facing that real possibility. It's 3-0. Any chance Otis swings 3-0?
If I'm Otis, I am taken all the way. Just seeing Lexi Kilfoyle just struggling with the strike zone in the first inning and not being able to find it right now.
Good golly. So Kilfoyle walked Lorenz on 4 pitches to begin the first. She walks Otis on 4 pitches to begin the second. Kilfoyle had just an unusual start earlier in this All-Star Cup. It was a game in Holly Springs, North Carolina. She pitched an entire game, 7 innings, gave up 14 hits, but only gave up 1 earned run. It was impossible what she did. She gave up 14 hits, walked the pair, that's 17 base runners, yet she only gave up 2 runs, 1 of them was earned.
Which was crazy, but the defense behind her, I mean, they were making some incredible plays. I feel like my jaw is still on the ground from all the plays that we saw, but she was going to work using her defense, and that's the thing. Some days you just don't have it, and some days teams have your number, but if you can rely on that defense, that can help you.
1 ball, 1 strike to Mackenzie Clark. Second-year pro out of Clemson. 1-2. Fair ball. Vidalis decides to go to first, gets out there, but the throw to second needed a tag, and the tag's not in time. So Otis in scoring position. Is that the right play by Vidalis?
Yeah, and this is just great reacts by Tori Vidalis, too. This ball takes her to her glove side, so just continues and goes and gets that unassisted out, and then tries to get that double play and almost had her. So good heads-up play by Vidalis.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, Jesse. Jesse hits a foul ball that almost took out Victoria Hayward. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone closer.
Oof.
Did it get her?
Definitely got her.
Oh, my goodness.
Man. And this is a shot, too.
Oh, it did get her. You know, we've got a timeout right now. It's just everyone's trying to recoup.
Sometimes on the on-deck circle, if you've got a righty up, sometimes, you know, coaches will tell you, go behind them. That's just unforeseen right there. That's tough.
Kayla Kowalik is the captain, was probably thinking she could chill on the bench for a little bit. But she's clearly into the game, and she's already communicated with facilitator Emily Carasoni, the former Auburn great, down the third base line as to the health status of Vic. There's currently no one in the on-deck circle. And now there is, and it's not Victoria Hayward. It's Alicia Ocasio. And Ocasio is going to be warming up on the third base side, not on the first base side where theoretically the home team's on-deck circle is. So there's Ocasio, is actually warming up in the on-deck area closer to Team Netz than her own team dugout.
And you do that sometimes just to be on the backside. It's a safety measure. Just like we saw with Victoria Hayward being on the front side of Jessie Warren.
There's Victoria Hayward. This is a really important week for her, professionally, emotionally. Vic has made the announcement that she's retiring from play, not retiring from the world of softball. She's still a remarkably successful head coach at the University of Nevada. But she's not going to play anymore after this weekend. After this week, I should say. We got a series today, tomorrow, and Tuesday, and a couple off days, and then a weekend series. And then she is going to retire like a handful of players. Clearly, we want to see the best out of Victoria Hayward as she finishes off her playing days. Guilfoyle, 3-2. Good at bat by Warren. A little bit of everything. That's the third walk issued by Guilfoyle. And we're only 8 batters into the game. So 2 walks, 1 to Otis, 1 to Warren. And now with Victoria Hayward's spot in the lineup coming up, we're going to see Alicia Ocasio bat. The 4 batters this inning all have Florida connections, facing Lexi Guilfoyle, who is a Floridian by birth. Otis played at Florida. Mackenzie Clark grew up just outside of Orlando. Jessie Warren played at Florida State. And now Alicia Ocasio played for Tim Walton at Florida.
And you got Amanda Lorenz.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
Netz, you take me one step further every time.
I gotta look, I gotta keep looking.
Jeez, I think I got something
Florida.
cooking.
Another Florida.
And you had a layer. Alicia Ocasio. If you listen closely, you can see her, hear her teammates and even fans shout out her nickname. It's been her nickname forever, Lily. Wow, batting average of .571, yet way up there on the leaderboard.
Well, you just go back to Series 1 when she was captain of her team. She kept putting herself in the lineup, and in the offseason, she said she put in the work offensively, and so she got a lot of payback in that Series 1.
Strikes have not been automatic for Guilfoyle. Actually throwing more balls than strikes. Lashed into left field, base hit. They're going to stop Otis at third. Probably a good decision. As a nice throw by Dayton. Bases are loaded with 1 out.
Ocasio just continuing to swing a hot bat, just very short to the ball, contact hitter.
Pretty cool testament to a pro that she is. Didn't expect to come into the game in the second inning, but clearly ready. Bases loaded for Amanda Lorenz. Infield has to come in closer than they probably want to. Lorenz was part of that contingent that played at the World Games. Super happy for Amanda. I've always thought that her talent, even though it's clear as day to me, maybe a little bit undervalued somewhere, you know, internationally. I've always felt like she's one of the top 10 players in the world, has been for a long window now.
Yeah, it almost feels like just the timing is right. That Amanda Lorenz, she has put in the time. She's a veteran, and over time, she just, again, I think an athlete that continues to get better as well, and definitely an athlete I think we'll see on that 2028 team, competing for Team USA.
Ball 4. Guilfoyle walks Lorenz with the bases loaded, and another run scores. That is now 4 walks for Guilfoyle. And we're tied at 2. And that's going to be it. Lexi Kilfoyle already with 4 walks in an inning in the third, and Devin Netz can't really wait any longer. She's going to go to the pen and call herself into the game.
Just uncharacteristic of Lexi Kilfoyle. Yes, we talked about Series 1. She's given up those 14 hits, but not giving the free passes, the free bases, and having 4 free bases so far. Not like her, and Devin Netz says, hey, I'm going to take this into my own hands. Let's take this over.
So Devin Netz, a rookie as a professional, just spent this past spring in Tucson playing for the Wildcats. Now not only playing professionally, but captaining teams with professionals on it, and saying to Lexi Kilfoyle, one of the best pitchers in the world today, you know what, maybe today's not your day. I'm going to give it a go instead.
And I like that, and that versatility you have. She puts herself in the DP spot, and she knows that she can come in and out, and I think that's what makes her so valuable, being that two-way player, being able to hit for herself and also being able to be a dynamic pitcher as well. And a good difference from Lexi. She's got more up in the zone. She'll go with that curve as Lexi stays down with that drop ball and changeup, so a good compliment.
Now, Lexi Kilfoyle is still going to be top-stepping it because she is still intimately involved in this game. The runners on at first, second, and third are her responsibility. If one of those runs scores, it's a -10. If 2 scores, it's -20. If all 3 scores, she loses 30 points. So she is big time relying on Devin Netz to get out of this pickle. And it's not going to be easy because Kayla Kowalik is the batter. And no one in the game today is hotter than Kayla Kowalik. She is 10 for 16 in the All-Star Cup, including a double an inning ago. Maybe the best thing the team Nets can hope for is an atom ball. Kowalik just hits it at someone, because you're not going to get her to swing over something. She is locked in. Softball gods seem to be rewarding Kayla Kowalik. She's openly said for years her favorite player growing up and the person she patterns her game after is Natasha Watley. And if that's the case, folks, good things happen to you. Well, it sure did to Natasha.
Yeah, I will take it. The way that she is hitting, I mean, I wish I had this power that she's possessing, and it's just the consistency. She's so dynamic and can do so many different things. She'll slap one pitch, she'll hit. Fun to watch.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Can Netz sneak something past her? Slapped. Foul. It's about the only thing that hasn't gone right for Kayla Kowalik over the last 2 weeks. Finishing off that story told an inning ago, Netz, an assistant for the Texas Tech Red Raiders team that went to the championship series of the Women's College World Series. College World Series ended the very next day. Kowalik was in uniform playing in the AUSL's regular season. Into center field, base hit. 1 run scores. Stopping at third is Ocasio. Another base hit for Kowalik and another RBI.
Kayla Kowalik is absolutely seeing it, but she's so sound at the plate. I mean, fouling off a ton of pitches until she is able to pick up her pitch that she wants to hit. And it's just fired up. I love that. And just a lot of great hand-eye coordination, not doing too much, straight to contact and picking up her team.
Base is still loaded. 1 out, Aaron Koffel.
pump me up, Aaron Koffel. And you gotta love this little tag team of Kowalik and Koffel, the two graduates from Kentucky, back to back. But off the bat, I mean, this was out of here. And that's a grand slam for Team Kowalik.
Wow. What a start for Team Kowalik. They lead 7-2 as we play the second inning. Looked like they were going to win the first inning. They didn't. And then they come back and take it out on Team Netz in the second. A 6-spot put on the board. First grand slam we've seen. And it comes off the bat of Aaron Koffel. Silly question, but I know there's probably a lot of youngsters out there and know that Aubrey Leach's game is basically small ball. She can pull it, but she's hitting on the 4-hole today. Does she change the way she thinks about the game at all, hitting as the cleanup hitter?
I would say no. I mean, stay true to yourself. Don't get any bigger than you are.
McKinney makes the play, 2 down.
Yeah, but you saw that first pitch. You saw her show bunt.
Hey, Aaron Koffel, grand slam home run, standing by with Savannah.
Aaron, bases loaded up for you in that scenario. How do you stay within yourself? Don't let the moment get too big and take advantage of that opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, I've just been trying to focus on one at-bat at a time, one pitch at a time, and I felt like my last few at-bats I've gotten ahead of myself and just got weak contact. So I was just focusing on letting the ball travel a little bit and hitting it as hard as I could.
Grand Slam's good any day. It's got to be a little bit sweeter doing it for one of your best friends or your college teammate captain.
I mean, it feels so surreal. It feels like we're back in our college days again because we always used to hit behind each other. I used to hit behind her, so it's so surreal.
Well, you guys look comfortable, so that makes sense. How much fun you've had on this team. Congrats, Aaron. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Savannah. They're really cool that Kowalik and Koffel can play again, only because of this format. Captains pick their teams. Clubbed in left field, Delaney Wiz. That was a pitch up by her eyeballs and got on top of it. And so the inning continues. Team Kowalik has now batted around.
Designated player number 31,
Corby Otis began this inning by walking.
This is just where it gets difficult. If you're a captain, you're a pitcher, you're able to put yourself in the game. It's kind of like, you know, do I put somebody else in right now? And in these situations, if I'm Devin Netz, I want the ball. I want to continue to go straight at.
Lifted foul and just out of the reach of the right fielder, Olchin. Well, different than, say, regular season AUSL softball, it's not as desperate with All-Star Cup play because of what we're playing for. You can still win individual innings. You can still get statistical points that can help your cause. There's still a whole bunch to play for, even though the game's hardly out of reach. It's only a 5-run difference.
Just thinking about the momentum and just trying to get your team on the good side of things.
Well, neither Netz or Kilfoyle getting the benefit of the doubt. Strikes have been hard to come by. Three and two. Chopped foul. Inning began when Otis walked. Jesse Warren walked. Alicia Ocasio batting for Victoria Hayward, a single. A walk to Lorenzo, the bases loaded, scored a run. Kayla Kowalik, line drive single, scored a run. And then the big blow, the homer by Aaron Koffel, a grand slam, the first of the All-Star Cup. Fifth walk of the game issued by Team Netz pitchers. Runners on at first and at second. Second time that Otis has walked in this inning alone. So Otis, without the benefit of a base hit, has 20 points this inning. Same thing as hitting a double. Mackenzie Clark. Well, if anyone's ready to get hit with a pitch, it's Mackenzie Clark. She has got pads on her hands, on her elbow, on her forearm, and on her shin. That just tells me she probably has been hit before.
Yeah, and is on the plate, too. Just where she's set up is on the plate. A little protection.
That hand pad is relatively rare. Don't see that very often. Should end the inning. Urtez throws out Clark, and the side is retired. But 6 big runs score for Team Kowalik.
Naren Koffel coming up big, showing us why she was the AUSL MVP and Hitter of the Year. Just a clutch grand slam for Team Kowalik.
Well, for the first time in AUSL All-Star Cup history this year, a 4-run inning plus actually a 6-run inning. 4 of the runs coming, 1 swing of the bat by Naren Koffel. First time we have had more than 4 runs scored in an inning this season. Mary Iacopo, Jadlyn Alchin, Anissa Urtez will bat against Georgina Kowalik. It would take a Herculean effort for Team Netz to win this inning. They would need 7 runs to win the 10 points on the line for the second. Crazier things have happened. They needed 2 runs last inning to win the inning, and they did. Home run by Tiari Jennings, which almost seems like a lifetime ago, doesn't it?
It does seem like a long time ago. But that's the idea. You just saw Iacopo showing bump. Right now, you need traffic. You need some base runners. Just start to try to chip away.
Three balls and 2 strikes. Cork induces the ground ball. Jesse Warren throws out Iacopo, 1 down. Let's check in with Savannah Collins.
Well, Kayla Kowalik is in her second go-around as a captain. The first time she went 2-0 going in Series 2, and she felt like it gave her a chance to kind of get settled into the role before experiencing the full gauntlet of 4 teams in action here in Series 3. The one thing that is different this week is she's working with an entirely new pitching staff. 4 new arms that she's catching this week. Not entirely new. 2 of them are her Blaze teammates, Ocasio and Vodder. This morning, she, Vodder, and Georgina Kowalik went to coffee so that they could talk through what are things we're most comfortable doing? What do you need from me as your catcher? And I love her approach to working with new pitchers. She says, this is just an opportunity for me to learn and have some new pitchers and experiences in my arsenal. Kayla Kowalik as a captain and the catcher, constantly learning.
Great stuff. Thank you, Savannah. Looked like Kayla's also constantly learning the batter's tendencies. You see her giving the signs and then always peeking up to the left-handed batter's box just to see if there's a tell from Jadlyn Alchin.
Absolutely, and just always learning, and I love that. Taking her pitchers out to coffee, just trying to get in their heads a little bit.
Beautiful pitch by Cork, and Alchin is out number 2. second out of the inning.
And this is why you do it, why you're trying to connect with your pitchers, trying to get into their head. And you know Kowalik has an amazing changeup, is able to put that on placement on the outer half, and it's a big strikeout.
Here's Anissa Urtez. Final week as a professional for Anissa Urtez. Still the only player in the history of Athletes Unlimited to have the initials of AU. She's been around since 2020, a huge part of the success of Athletes Unlimited across all sports. She has been a pro's pro, and she says she's going to put her shoes on home plate after Sunday's All-Star Cup final. And how about that? Urtez gets herself extra bases. That'll go all the way to the wall. A +20 double for Urtez. Softball gods rewarding a wonderful player.
You gotta love that. That's gotta feel so good, knowing that this is your last week and that's a 1-1 rise on the inner half. It just turns on it.
And she's not retiring because she can't play anymore. She keeps herself in impeccable shape. Here's Bella Dayton. Yeah, one last thing on Anissa Urtez. You know, people talk about women's professional softball. Without women's professional softball, we don't see the best player that Anissa Urtez is. She was great as a college player at Utah, but she's gotten exponentially better as a pro.
Right, the ability for them to continue to develop, get better, and at times you're like, how can these athletes get any better? But we've been able to see them continue to build, grow stronger, and Ms. Urtez definitely is a testament to that.
Ball and 2 strikes to Dayton. Native of Texas, Wiley, Texas. Dayton was so eager to get in some reps during the offseason. She, like a handful of other players here at the AUSL All-Star Cup, chose to play in Mexico. Said it was an experience. Called strike 3. Kowalik strikes out Dayton, and it's an inning win for everyone on Team Kowalik. A +10 for winning the second inning. It is a 7-2 lead for Team Kowalik over Team Netz. Team Netz did win the first inning, and they did it one swing of the bat by Tiara Jennings with 2 outs and 2 strikes on her. Powered it over the left field fence.
Tiara Jennings just continuing to have power, bringing that back from the World Cup with Team USA. Just seeing the ball big.
I should say it too loudly because she's listening in, but Tiara Jennings has not made an out so far in the All-Star Cup. She's 4 for 4. Tiara, can you hear us?
Can.
Hey, Tiara. We're going to talk to Tiara Jennings in second base this half inning. Silly question, but do you know you're 4 for 4 so far in the season?
I had an idea because I haven't played in many games, so I mean I only have a couple at bats.
Hey, 4 for 4 counts in my book. Tell us about the last week and a half that you've had. You've been kind of all over the world. What was the World Cup like for you playing for Team USA?
It was so much fun. I think just wearing those letters across your chest just never gets old. Get the goosebumps, and just this team that we had was just bought in, and every game was just so much fun to be around. And it's cool to say that I've been in China now, so I'm at that.
Yeah, I know Tiara, once the game ended,
Play.
in China, I sent you a text. I said, oh, gosh, I love seeing you in the USA uniform. I take it back. I like seeing you in purple, too. But walk us through just that Japan game. That's like one of the biggest rivalries, USA versus Japan. Walk us through that game.
It was just super competitive. Obviously, Japan's the best in the world, and, you know, we're up there, too, so it's always a good rivalry, just playing one another. I've been... cool to say that I've been, you know, playing against them a little bit. So last year in Italy, got to watch them. But then this game just felt different. There was a different vibe with USA, and we came in there hot. We just really competed, and overall was just probably one of my favorite games now in my career. It was just super, super cool.
I know, fun to watch. I stayed up late trying to watch it and caught the Japan game. I'm sorry I didn't stay up enough time for Chinese Taipei.
Yeah, that one got a little late.
But talk about playing for Coach Gasso. It just seems like there's a new vibe going on with Team USA, and talk about what she's bringing to Team USA. say?
Yeah, she's just bringing that grittiness, that blue-collar mentality, that hustle, just kind of always moving in the infield. It's kind of where I got it from. So just to see everybody buy into what she's doing and the rest of the staff was really cool. And I just think it was just a lot loose, and we just all blended well together. But her and I have a really good relationship, and it was just definitely a lot of good memories together, and there's definitely more to come. So it was awesome.
Are you learning things still about your swing at this point?
I would say, yeah. For me, it's definitely been about the strike zone and learning to be a bad ball hitter. Just knowing that, it's not college anymore. I'm not going to look over the plate. Like, I got to be able to hit some river pitches and a couple balls off. And I think in Japan, that Japan game, I kind of saw that. Didn't have a lot of success in the middle of my at-bats. A lot of pitches on the outside corner that I had to adjust to and was able to, but just learning how to be basically a bad ball hitter.
Alicia Ocasio batting against Taylor McQuillan. Tiara, I want to ask you a question. You're considered to be one of, if not the best winner of your generation. You won 4 national championships as a college player at Oklahoma. You just won gold with Team USA. Do you treat every at-bat in every game the same, or do you act and play a different way when the games are getting bigger?
I think I act the same, which is great. I've never been a super high energetic player.
Oh my goodness.
I've been super consistent. Be working. Be all right. Tough ball. But I would say I just played pretty free, pretty loose. And I think that's one thing about me is I'm just super consistent and kind of just stay level-headed. So I definitely get the goosebumps before the big games, and then I step on the field and it kind of goes away. So.
Yeah, no, the fact that you're able to still communicate and talk as that ball was still put in play, I'm pretty impressed. So, offensively, I love, that you're still learning about your swing. Defensively, what are you learning? Because I've seen you all over the place. I've seen you at short, second. I even saw you at first with Team USA.
Yeah.
What are you learning?
Just learning how to be versatile. I mean, with USA being such a small roster, you got to learn how to play different positions. And so I think adding first to my resume is pretty good because I've never played a corner before in my life. And then so definitely playing first has really helped me and kind of understand. Ball, ball, ball. I got it. Okay. That's okay. I knew you were on the mic. No, it's fine. But yeah, I think just adding it in and, you get to play with new people.
Hey, I love the communication there. You say ball, ball, ball. Has saying mine kind of gone out of fashion? Does anyone ever say mine anymore, or is it just always ball when the ball's in the air?
I mean, I kind of heard it all. I've heard, get out and everything, but good thing she did that because I can't really hear in that ear that side she's in, so.
Hey, last question for me. Just curious, you grew up in Southern California. Of course, you got away from the Pac-12 to play in the Big 12. Who were your idols? Who did you really look up to when you were a kid growing up playing the game of softball?
Mine was definitely Sid Romero. Yeah, you got that one. Yep. Sid Romero was definitely mine, just growing up with the Baptist together, and so yeah.
Awesome. Hey, Tiara, thank you so much for your time. You were excellent. Loved it.
So sorry.
Man, she's a star. With a bat in her hands, with a glove in her hand, with a microphone. The image with the AUSL. The player, you probably could imagine it as being Morgan Zirkle. She has been that important to what we have done here over the last 6 years. Morgan Zirkle has been fantastic. She's never missed a game. This is her 140th consecutive AU game. And oh, by the way, this is her side job. She's the head softball coach at her alma mater, Marshall.
Just so much passion for the game, and she talked about her work ethic and that message to her younger self. I love that. I hope that young athletes hear that, is just not stressing those small things and let your athleticism speak for itself. And if you prepare, this game will pay you back, and this game continues to play Morgan Zirkle back.
And she was hit with a pitch. She knows, because she's all about the rules, that's going to be a +8, and the leadoff batter is aboard. So Zirkle's on it first. I thought it was really interesting. If you look closely at that video we showed of her, she's batting right-handed as a kid. There it is. She's a left-handed batter exclusively, doesn't switch, but she started from the right side. Lead out is gotten at second. That's the first out. McKinney switches places with Zirkle. How common is that right-handed batters get switched to lefty.
Very common, especially with someone like Zirkle. When she starts to probably get older, you start to see her athleticism, how fast she is. I'm sure a coach along the way said, hey, ever thought of turning to the left side? I myself was a slap hitter. I started hitting as a right-handed hitter, obviously, and then 13 is when I turned to the left side because a coach said, hey, you're pretty quick. Want to learn this thing called slap hitting, or just being able to hit from the left side because it provides so many options. And so, yes, Zirkle maybe not using so much for short game, but she has that option to go to short game if she ever needs to.
When you were at UCLA and hitting Tori Vidalis, robbed by Leach. What a play by Aubrey Leach. Oh, my goodness, giving it up. That's how you play second base. Hang a star next to that one.
Aubrey Leach, just take a look at where she started. Just pinched up the middle a little bit. This ball hit to her left side. Just diving for that play. That's a big out with Tori Vidalis. And just when everything's taking you to that side and just...
And that was a long backhanded toss.
It's a good play.
I do want an answer to this. You started as a right-handed player, you switched to left. When you were hitting 450 during your days as a UCLA Bruin, if you had switched to the right side, did you still have the ability to hit as a right-handed player? Or had you totally lost it at that point?
I had lost it at that point because I had been hitting from the left side since 13. And so that's the big thing with hitting. It's such a skill, a learned skill, so it's just muscle memory. So by that point, there's no way that I could maybe fist out one or two, but not the consistency, I don't think.
Oh, my goodness. How clutch is Tiare Jennings? Two-out base hit. It's going to be a double, maybe a triple. Scoring from second is McKinney, and it is now a 7-3 game. And it's an inning win for Team Netz. So after getting smoked in the second inning, they come back to win the third.
And Tiare Jennings, just so smooth. Her swing is beautiful. I mean, just straight to contact. This ball on the outer half, and she's still able to get some power behind it. An RBI for Tiare Jennings.
Man, I've been doing high-level women's professional softball for many, 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 many years. And I'm trying to think of the last switch hitter that I remember playing at this level. It is such a common thing if you're watching any level of baseball. See someone hit from the right-handed side and the left-handed side, but in softball, you're either a right-hander or a left-hander.
Not too common. The only one that I can think of is Lauren Lappin.
Oh, Lapp, you're right.
She didn't do that until later in her career, just to add versatility. That's really the only one that I can think of.
That's a great call with Lappin.
Yeah.
And Lauren Lappin, as legend had it, was told by Mike Candrea, the coach for Team USA, we love you as a player, but we have no use for a right-handed hitting catcher. And she said, okay. And she learned shortstop, and she learned how to hit left-handed.
Incredible.
And made the team 4 years later. Or did it go, was she a shortstop and learned to catch, or was she a catcher and learned how to play short?
She always was a shortstop. So if she wasn't catching, she was playing short. But I would just say, I mean, she's a defense specialist, but her ability to learn a skill and pick up hitting from the left side, and she was able to do it consistently.
Oh, yeah.
Just an incredible athlete.
Gold medalist, Lauren Lappin. Probably on most people's short list for greatest teammate, too.
Oh, yeah.
She was loved.
Yes.
Probably still is.
Oh, yes.
I don't know what she's doing these days, but probably is still loved.
I will co-sign on that. I will co-sign. One of the greatest teammates and definitely made you better.
And she spent probably close to 10 years as a professional, playing National Pro Fast Pitch. Lauren Lappin. Devin Netz is the batter. Netz, the captain, began the week 4th on the leaderboard. Netz wasn't the only Netz at the University of Arizona when she was there. Her older brother, Dawson Netz, was on the baseball team, and they both are still playing professionally. Of course, Devin here with Athletes Unlimited. Dawson is currently a pitcher in the Chicago Cubs chain with the Myrtle Beach Pelicans. Actually pitched 2 days ago against the Charleston River Dogs. Playing A-ball in the Cubs chain. So clearly there's something going on either at the breakfast table or in the DNA at the Netz household. Must have been pretty easy for the parents. Just go down to Tucson and watch both play on the weekend? Or more than likely, probably one was on the road and one was at home, kicking the pants.
if I'm not mistaken, I think both of her parents moved. She grew up in California, or her and her brother.
You're right, I heard that story, yep.
They moved to Arizona, Tucson, to be close to their kids.
Number 92, Mary Iacopo.
So Netz is aboard. Mary Iacopo is the batter. This game is still within reach. Team Netz only down by 4. A big fly would go a long way here. Iacopo has that type of power. Oh my goodness, that's a 1 in a million shot. Ball goes off the light tower. Try that again, Mary. Natasha, if she can do that again, I'll give you everything in my wallet.
Okay. Come on, Mary.
Little nubber. Oh, Kowalik. I guess probably a smart move. I bought some spin on it. I thought it may take a right-hand turn, but if it had, Iacopo wouldn't have been safe at first. So, Kayla, trust you, not me. Did she go too far? No swing.
Corey just moving this ball around that last pitch. She threw her change out, but comes back in with that rise in, but just changing the eye levels. Almost got Iacopo.
Kowalik strikes out Iacopo. Side is retired, but it is an inning win for Team Netz. The RBI double by Tiare Jennings plates the only run for either side in the third, and it's a +10 for everyone on Team Netz. Koffel's first time up, she was robbed. Sinking line drive to center field, caught by Morgan Zirkle on a dive, and that probably just made her mad. Comes back in the second inning, and it's the first grand slam of the All-Star Cup. Koffel, Leach, Wiz will bat here in the fourth inning against Taylor McQuillan. McQuillan came in to pitch the third and stemmed the tide, did a good job. Quietly put a 0 on the board and allowed her team to win the third. Off-speed pitch, blooped, harmlessly foul. Koffel is from the South Bend area, north central Indiana. Familiar with this part of the world. Always sees friendly faces when she's playing ball here in Rosemont, not too far away from downtown Chicago. She went to a neighboring state of Indiana for college, played at Lexington for the Kentucky Wildcats, who have produced many great hitters over the years. Koffel, Kayla Kowalik, Brittany Cervantes. Oh, and 2. 1 and 2. Taylor McQuillan has a bounce in front of the plate. McQuillan is about as professional as you could ask. She has played in every role with Athletes Unlimited, started, come out of the pen, bulk middle innings. She has always performed well and with exuberance. Great teammate and getting better as the years go by.
Yes, and seen her compete with the Bandits this past summer. 28 strikeouts on the season.
Koffel draws a walk. It's a +10 for Erin Koffel. Well, now let's welcome in Amanda Lorenz for a Sephora chair chat. And Amanda's been around the world since we last saw her. Hey, Amanda, congratulations, winning gold for Team USA. Tell me what the experience was like for you in the World Games.
Yeah, thank you. It was awesome. It was so much fun to, obviously, it's such an honor to compete for our country, and just super fortunate that I had the opportunity, and I just had a blast competing with our group of women. We really had so much fun together.
Do you know what time zone you're in, Amanda?
Yeah, I think that this is like day 2 of me coming back to Earth, so I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
Well, congratulations. You're at another softball field.
Yes, I mean, can I ask for anything more?
Best job in the world.
Yes.
So talk me through, I talked to Tiari a little bit, but I got to watch a little bit of that Japan game. Just talk about the rivalry between Team USA and Japan.
Yeah, I think obviously it goes back a long time, and I remember, being a young girl and watching the 2008 Olympics, so it sticks with you, right? And it's just elite softball. You want to play the best, and they make us better, and we make them better. So it's just so much fun to compete, and it's just really good softball.
Yeah, just talk about your role on the national team. You're a veteran. You've been there for a bit. Talk about what the feeling is like. You have Coach Gasso now. Just talk about what it's like going into the new quad for 2028.
Yeah, I'm so excited about where our program is right now. I think that obviously a change in leadership and this summer was a lot of new for a lot of us, and but so much trust, and we had so much fun getting after it. So just really excited to see how good we can really get. Gosh, it gives me goosebumps thinking about, and then obviously just the opportunity to represent the best country in the world. That's what I've dreamed of my whole life. So it doesn't feel like I'm a veteran, because each time I put it on, I feel like that young girl again, just living my dream. So just so thankful, but so excited for the future of USA softball and how good we're going to get.
Well, no one has earned it more than you. We've been watching you for years and years and years. No one works harder than you. No one plays with more joy than you. And it's a long time coming, so congratulations. I do want to ask you about one of your teammates now here back here in the States, Kayla Kowalik. You're probably one of the few people in the world that understand what it's like to be as hot as she is right now. What is she doing so well in the batter's box?
Well, first of all, thank you so much. That was very kind. And then second of all, I mean, Kayla Kowalik, unbelievable summer. She is so fun to play with and so annoying to play against. So I'm so glad that in All-Star Cup, I've only experienced being her teammate. So I'm really fired up to be her teammate. I wanted to be on her team, so I was really excited to get drafted. She's such an elite leader, so smart, and obviously she's just seeing the ball. I feel like when we're in the zone, it looks like a beach ball. For right now, I feel like it's like 4 beach balls. It's like a mega beach ball for Kayla Kowalik right now, and I'm really glad that I'm on her team, that's for sure.
Amanda, thank you so much for your time, and congratulations.
Thank you. Go Gold.
Good job, Amanda.
Delaney Wiz draws the walk. So Taylor Quillen, uncharacteristically, having a hard time with the zone here in the 4th inning. She hits Aaron Koffel and now walks Delaney Wiz. There is 1 out. The only out recorded, it was a productive out for Aubrey Leach. Laid down a sacrifice, +10. So runners on at first and at second. 1 out. Corby Otis is the batter. Hmm. 3-1. If I'm Otis, I'm thinking this is going to be a good pitch. McQuillan does not want to walk the bases loaded. But she has. 5-pitch walk. Runners on at every base. We've already had 1 grand slam today for Team Kowalik.
McQuillan just trying to ask Ayakoko where that is, and she feels like that's on the plate.
Corby Otis has just done something that she's probably never done before and may never do ever again in her life. She has come to the plate 3 times in 3 consecutive innings and drawn a walk against a different pitcher.
That's impressive.
She walks against Kilfoyle, she walks against Netz, and now she walks against McQuillan. Golly.
Just a lot of patience, a really good eye, and I always say with Corby Otis, you can put her anywhere in your lineup. You've seen her lead off. I would put her in my 3 spot, 4 spot.
0-2 quickly to Clark. just in case, Megan Ferramo getting loose in the bullpen for Team Netz. Already one game today. A nice victory for Team Coffee over Team Ricketts. How about Rachel Garcia? Complete game victory. 7 innings, 1 earned run. Got her MVP 1 honors. It's a big statistical day for Rachel Garcia. Historically, what's the strikeout pitch for McQuillan?
Rise ball. I would go up and in here.
You called it. Didn't work though. Fouled right side. Maybe we should try it again.
Maybe a backdoor curve now.
To left, shallow. Making the play is Dayton, and no one can advance. It's big second out, recorded by McQuillan.
The third baseman, number 30.
Just a lot of ground that Bella Dayton covers. Just great speed in the outfield.
Jesse Warren. Warren's second look at McQuillan. Warren bounced out to third against McQuillan an inning ago. Greatest player in the history of Florida State softball. And no one will argue with you.
Just defensively, a human highlight reel. I could watch Jesse Warren field ground balls all day, every day.
I think if you're in a tavern in Tallahassee, maybe someone would say Charlie Ward would be in the conversation for greatest athletes, along with Jesse Warren at Florida State. But he had to win a Heisman Trophy to even get in that conversation. Jesse was that good as a college player. Won the national championship, was the best player, most outstanding player of the Women's College World Series. Everyone's All-American. Chris Winkie won a Heisman Trophy too, but nope. I'm immediately taking him out of the conversation. It's either Charlie Ward or Jesse Warren. Greatest athletes in the history of Florida State. Driven, right center field. Gone! A homer off the top of the wall. Are you kidding me? The second grand slam of the ball game for Team Kowalik. Even Charlie Ward can't do that.
Oh, I am sorry, Jesse Warren. I mean, not only defensively, okay, we're talking about the highlight reel, but, oh my gosh, this is a drop in, and it just hangs over the plate. And she fists this ball. So much power that Jesse Warren has, and another grand slam for Team Kowalik. Just a beautiful swing. Also, too, you can see that the wind is blowing out to right field, so that ball carries just a little bit more and works in her favor.
So that's the first hit allowed by Taylor McQuillan in the inning. She hit a batter and walked a pair, and then gives up the grand slam. It's a -40, 4 earned runs allowed for McQuillan. That's a tough pill to swallow. Yeah. 11-3. Alicia Ocasio wasn't in the starting lineup, came in back in the second inning when Victoria Hayward was hit with a foul ball while in the on-deck circle. Don't have an update on Vic's status. but has allowed Alicia Ocasio to play the bulk of this game, and she's picked it up. She's 2 for 2. 2 singles. Two and 2. Let's check in with Savannah.
Well, we know hitting can be contagious. Sometimes home runs can be contagious, but grand slams, that's a little bit different. What is going on in this dugout, and what did you do in that AP?
I think we're just having good communication and having fun. And then in my at-bat, I was, just seeing a good pitch over the plate, and I got a good pitch to hit. Laid off the changeup that I wanted, but wasn't a good pitch to hit, and then just got a pitch I was looking for and put a good swing on it, and happened.
How does it build up to coming through in those moments? You have to stay in it. You have to stay within yourself. So the bases loaded scenario, Erin said the same thing. She was just looking for something to hit. For you, being able to adjust to your plan seemed key.
Yeah, I think as a good hitter, you have to do that. You're facing the best pitchers in the game. And speaking of Kowalik, great swing from her too. We had a conversation. It's just about your confidence, going up there in the box and having the mentality that you're not going to beat me. This is my batter's box, and I'm going to own it.
So cool. Thanks, Jessie.
Of course.
Jesse Warren, all smiles. Why not? Warren and Koffel, both with grand slams in today's ball game. Wow, an atom ball. Amanda Lorenz hits it right on the screws, but it finds Anissa Urtez's glove.
And Team Kowalik just pumping us up here with the 2 grand slams. Jesse Warren just coming up clutch and so big. Such a big hit for Team Kowalik.
When the game was ended, we had the laptops out. People were asked for their MVPs, and it was determined that MVP 1 was Rachel Garcia, plus 60 for her. Deja Multipola, plus 40. Danielle Gibson-Horton, plus 20. She's the 3rd MVP. And Sierra Sacco made a nice diving play in center field, gets the defensive MVP. Jalen Alchin bats against Georgina Kowalik. It'll be Alchin, Urtez, and Dayton. Popped up behind home plate and into the stands. Georgina Kowalik has not been as spectacular as she can be, but she's been just what the doctor ordered. She's been steady. She's thrown strikes with a big lead now. She's just making Team Netz beat her.
Yeah, and just with precision. I mean, what makes her so great is her just hitting her spots, and it's really unpredictable as a hitter when you're standing in there. She mixes speeds and also changes eye levels, and so doing a good job of mixing the ball all around the zone.
Alchin struck out back in the 2nd inning against Kowalik. Softly right side, and Leach can't make the play. That was going to be tough. She was on the cut of the outfield grass with Alchin, who can really run. So they scored a single. Looking at the live leaderboard, Kayla Kowalik is still on top with a bullet. Kowalik, a lot of game remaining, but she's going to be in the MVP conversation as well. She's got an RBI double in the 1st inning, an RBI single in the 2nd inning. She is getting lapped a little bit because of the 2 grand slams by her teammates, Koffel and Warren.
There's a lot of game left. That doesn't mean that she can't hit a grand slam herself.
Anissa Urtez. Sun's out. We've been here for a couple hours and haven't been able to say that very often. Unseasonably cool day. Temperatures in the low 70s. But with the wind, actually feels like it's in the 60s.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this weather, but I will take it. I will absolutely take it over humidity any day.
Yeah, the majority of players for Team Kowalik are wearing long sleeves. Called strike 3. Kowalik strikes out Ertez. 3 strikeouts for Georgina. Make it 4 strikeouts for Georgina.
Left fielder, number 6, Ella Dayton.
Bella Dayton. Gotta make it down. Alchin on her way to third. The throw not in time, and that allows Dayton to pick up an extra base. Clark tried to get the runner out at third, and that allows Dayton to go to second. That'll be a single, plus 10 for Dayton, and runners on at second and third.
And this is what Team Netz definitely needs. They need to take advantage of what the defense is giving them. But if you take a look at Jalen Alchin, just heads up base running. She never stops, and she sees where this ball bounces. She sees where the outfielders are, never hesitates. That is huge, and that's the momentum that you want for Team Netz.
Well, the number to beat is 4. That's how many runs Team Kowalik scored in the top of this 4th inning. That's the lead that Kowalik is protecting. Morgan Zirkle bats. Called strike 1. Zirkle hasn't been retired. A single in the 1st inning, was hit with a pitch in the 3rd. Neither Kowalik or Zirkle played at traditional softball powers. Kowalik collegiately played at USF in Tampa. Zirkle played at Marshall. On the ground. Play is made at first. That's a nice play by Koffel. Didn't even think about the base runners in second and third. Knew that they'd have to freeze and guns down Zirkle.
Next up, the third baseman.
But I feel like on that one, just given where Koffel was, she was a little bit deeper on that, and Jalen Alchin should definitely score on that, knowing where her defenders are.
Sydney McKinney makes it a moot point. She'll drive in a pair. That's a wonderful job by McKinney. Saw something she could smoke into the gap, and she scores both Dayton and Alchin, and it's an 11-5 game.
And Sydney McKinney just keeping this rally going. That's exactly what Team Netz. They just need to get some traffic going, get some runners on base, and some timely hitting. So McKinney being able to capitalize and put Team Netz up 11-5.
This all of a sudden is super important at bat for Vidalis. On a windy day, if she can get a hold of one, a homer would tie this inning. It wouldn't be a lost inning, at least, for Team Netz. Oh, my goodness. Kowalik almost made that play, pouncing out of her crouch.
She almost had that. I mean, just the reacts. And just be able to find it so quickly, and that's so hard for a catcher. I mean, that is a hard play of just being able to see where the ball is, and she almost had it.
I've always wondered, like, when does a foul tip become a pop-up? You know, what is the actual height in which it's no longer a foul tip and it's actually a pop-up? Three and 2 to Vidalis. Cork wants to get back to that dugout. runs have scored already in the bottom of the fourth inning. Singles by Alchin and Dayton, and then the double by McKinney. Soft footed third. That's where ground balls go to die. Not going to get anything past Jesse Warren. Side is retired. So as try as they might, Team Netz cannot win the inning. It's an 11-5 lead for Team Kowalik. What's new? Another consecutive series. Team Kowalik leads halfway through a game. It's 11-5. Kowalik, Koffel, and Leach will bat against Taylor McQuillan. Kayla Kowalik 2 for 3. Doubled in a run in the first. Single in a run in the second. Popped a short against McQuillan in the third. This guy named George Eastman, about 100 years ago, came up with a photo developing process and said, I want to name my company something. And he really didn't care, but he had done some research and discovered that K was the most distinctive letter in the alphabet. It's the most easily recognizable letter. So he went to his marketing people and said, come up with whatever you want. It's got to be 2 syllables, but it's got to begin with a K and end with a K. And that's how they came up with Kodak. I keep thinking about that when I look at Kayla Kowalik. She's got all those K's, and I just can't get her out of my head. She's so distinctive with the way that she's playing, making a name for herself with all those K's.
I mean, I think the K's and just what she's been able to do at the plate, and how she's been able to score points, those MVP awards. 4 games she's been an MVP.
Kowalik played the regular season and put up good numbers, but hardly anything compared to what we're seeing right now. She came in hot. She was an assistant coach at Texas Tech and probably didn't get a ton of reps. You're always talking about as an assistant coach, you can take BP here and there, but you're really not practicing like a regular player. She is in fine form right now. Lifted in the air, deep center field. Catch is made by Zirkle. Good golly. Hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark. Maybe if it wasn't so windy, that's a goner.
I was just going to say, if it wasn't so windy, I think that ball gets out of here. But Kayla Kowalik, I mean, she is just having sound at bat. She takes Taylor McQuillan into a 3-2 count, so just seeing the ball deep, but just getting the contact. She's barely swinging it, just effortless. Again, if it wasn't a windy day, I think that gets out of here.
Here's Aaron Koffel. What makes Koffel so good is not only is she powerful, but she's patient. She draws a ton of walks. She gets hit by a ton of pitches.
Yes, yes.
But she's up against it here. 0-2.
Just a hard hitter to pitch to. She just is so patient. That on-base percentage is high. She led in the regular season.
Two grand slams today for Team Kowalik. Koffel got one in the second inning. Jesse Warren got one in the fourth.
Here's Koffel's grand slam that we saw earlier in the game. Just right off the bat, she knew that this was out of here, but just effortless power. I mean, we're talking about these swings, just not doing so much and just gets to contact. Big momentum shift for Team Kowalik.
I'm surprised she jumped out of the way of that. Frequently she doesn't. She was hit with the pitch 13 times in a 24-game season. Half swing, oh my goodness. How do you do? Man, if you're good, you're good.
Yes. I want whatever Kowalik and Koffel are drinking. They are just seeing the ball so big and just so effortless. Really compact swings. But this is just barrel control right here. And keeps her hands inside, but laughing it off.
Here's Aubrey Leach batting in the cleanup spot.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was interesting seeing her in the 4 spot today, but the type of hitter that Aubrey Leach is, I do think she's someone that you can put anywhere.
Smoked. Solid base hit for Leach. Koffel's going to go to third. Runners on at the corners. First base hit of the day for Leach. And you wonder about the gas tank right now with McQuillan.
Yeah, and for reasons like that, Aubrey Leach is just dynamic hitter. You can put her anywhere. Has great eyes as well, but has a great swing, has power. Does a great job of getting a hit there. Runners on first and third for Team Kowalik.
And that will be the end of the line for Taylor McQuillan. Megan Faremo will come out of the bullpen and be the 4th pitcher of the game for Team Netz. So Megan Faremo's first appearance with the All-Star Cup since returning from China. She was part of Team USA in the World Games. Welcome back, Megan.
Yep, and she pitched in the gold medal game and got the win for Team USA. And I just think about Megan Faremo, her season that she's had as she was playing over in Mexico, played over in Japan, came here for her AUSL season, winning with the Talons, and going on and winning gold. So just a long summer for Megan Faremo, but continuing, one of those pitchers too that I think has just continued to get better throughout the season.
Natasha, someone who played extensively internationally, if you were playing for Team USA, and say you're playing in the World Championships and you're in Beijing or something like that, would you ever experiment with the food? Would you take that much of a chance, considering it's foreign to you and you've got to be healthy enough to play the game the next day?
Yeah. It depends. If we are out of competition, I probably would. In competition, I'm sticking to what I know. Again, I have a nut allergy. We talked about this off camera, so I don't like to risk it too much, especially in foreign countries where you just don't know the ingredients too, and what makes everything. So I'm very, very stick to what I know. Your chicken, your protein. I'll eat a salad. I'm not going to mess with too many things.
When you played professionally over in Japan, what was the most stepping out that you ever did? What was an item that you had that
I ate? I've had whale and I've had horse. Is that
whale? Are you allowed to eat whale? Oh my god! And horse?
I've had horse and whale.
Oh
in Japan.
no!
Yes. I'm still here though. I'm okay.
Oh my goodness!
I'm okay.
Are these microphones hot? Peter's going to come after you. I'm not sure you're allowed to eat whale.
Whale and horse, and I asked over and over again to the interpreter, like, this is horse, this is whale, and it was fine. The whale tasted like ahi tuna.
Okay.
The horse, a little bit tougher than...
Like Alpo?
A little bit tougher than steak. It was kind of like almost like a steakish.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I didn't think you were going to go there.
Yeah.
Hey, deep fried sparrow or something like that. I didn't know you were going to go down the whale path. Good golly.
Out of competition, though. Not while I was playing, so I'm not going to experiment then.
Here's Delaney Wiz. 1 for 2 with a walk. This is UCLA Bruin on UCLA Bruin. Faremo's only college experience at UCLA. Wiz started at Loyola Marymount finishing up at UCLA. But Delaney heavily connected to the Bruins program. She was a bat girl as a youngster.
And just thinking about her career when she made that switch over to UCLA, she had never caught before, so mainly was a corner and learned how to catch, and just another one of those athletes when we talk about versatility and being versatile. We talked about Tiari playing different positions too, and Delaney Wiz just being able to add to the things that she can do, and that's what makes her so valuable. When you draft her, you can honestly put her anywhere on the defense.
Team Kowalik leads Team Netz 11-5. Did she? Yes, she did. Not even an appeal. Home plate umpire Robert Guest says strike 3.
And Megan Faramo just was hammering Delaney Wiz on that inside corner with the hard stuff, but goes back on the outer half with the 58 miles per hour changeup in. I think it's Delaney Wiz swinging.
Here's Corby Otis. Okay, folks, this would be historic. You know what I'm rooting for. Corby Otis has been to the plate 3 times against 3 different pitchers, hadn't swung the bat, and has walked 3 times. Can she walk 4 consecutive times against 4 different pitchers? Ah! Okay, foul. 1-1. Walks count as a +10. So Otis is a +30 on the day without putting the ball in play. Two and 1. Runners on at the corners. Top of the 5th inning. 2 down. Uh-oh. 3-1. Otis is 1 bad pitch away from walking for the 4th consecutive time against 4 different pitchers. She'll be taking all the way. 3-2. So the runner on at first. Aubrey Leach knows the game as well as anyone. She'll be off. No reason to stay at first. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. In fair play. Urtez throws out Otis, and the side is retired. So, Team Kowalik, they threaten but do not score. It's still an 11-5 lead. That is unbelievably cool to be that person that everyone's talking about, Natasha Watley.
It's crazy. You guys totally set me up, and I'm speechless. I don't have anything to say. I just feel so honored, and you know, it's crazy now watching all of them because I just feel so proud and just where our game is going and how it's grown so much, and to be a part of that for them gives me chills.
I have seen it for years and years and years. Post-game, players go by and sign autographs, take pictures. The fact that there's a picture of you and a 7-year-old Amanda Lorenz, all those pictures that you took, all those autographs that you signed, they all matter.
Yeah. Puts it in perspective, and when things come full circle like that, I think that's where, for me, it's like, okay, wow, you know, this game is just so much bigger than the strikeouts and the games won. It's about how you're impacting that next generation, and you know, seeing this picture again, you know, gives me chills, and it's just a really cool feeling to be part of all of it.
There's a chance that picture wasn't even taken like on an iPhone. That was like an old school like Polaroid.
Yeah.
And it's been kept for years, you know?
Yes.
So you have to keep up with those things. That clearly meant something to Amanda that it still exists.
Now you're aging me.
Well, just playing it forward a little bit. We see all these generation of women who knew about you and Finch and the likes of your era. Who are some of the women that motivated you when you were growing up in Southern California?
Yeah, that's easy. Lisa Fernandez. I can remember the first day that I saw her play, and that was the 1996 Olympic tour, and they played in my backyard in Long Beach, California, and I can remember going out, and it was almost like there was like a spotlight only on the softball field, and Lisa Fernandez, just the passion and how I couldn't imagine softball being played at that level. That was my first time seeing it in person like that, and so she's the one that inspired me, saying, hey, I want to wear USA across my chest.
You got a chance to play with her, win gold with her. Wow.
It's cool. Full circle moments are the coolest part of this game.
Well, new pitcher for Team Kowalik, Elena Vaughter. She gets 2 ground ball outs, Jennings and Netz. Here's Iacopo. Vaughter's been impressive. From Kansas City, Missouri, but played out west at Stanford before finishing her college experience at South Carolina. Coast to coast. Yeah, not really. South Carolina is nowhere closer. Columbia is not exactly on the coast. It's a coastal state, but Columbia is, you got a ways to go before you get to the Atlantic Ocean. I think Vaughter's a great option for Team Kowalik, this type of situation. They got a 6-run lead. She's a strike thrower, works quickly, keep the defense cooking behind her. Salt this one away.
And a good compliment to Kowalik, too. You know, Kowalik is mid-60s, and Vaughter 67, 68, a little bit more velo.
3-2. Big story in this game were the walks issued by Team Netz. Their pitching staff, 8 walks. 6 of those 8 walks have come around to score. So everyone's going to talk tomorrow morning about the grand slams hit by Koffel and Warren, but it really was the walks that allowed those home runs to be so hurtful. On the ground, really quick 1-2-3 inning for Vaughter. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. 3 straight outs, all on ground balls to infielders. Second game of 2 here in Rosemont, Illinois. Team Kowalik trying to hold on. Now let's welcome in Georgina Kowalik for a Sephora Share Chat. Hey, Georgina, enjoyed watching you pitch for the first 4 innings. What was it like for you today on a windy day here in Chicagoland?
I think anytime the wind's blowing out, some pitchers know it's going to be a dangerous game. You're going to have a lot of high-scoring innings in particular for this style. That's something that you want to try and prevent, especially to give your team the best chance to keep securing inning points and then at the end of the day win the game.
Talk about the dynamic with Kowalik behind the plate. What was the game plan coming into today?
It's really exciting. Kayla and I had a conversation earlier that I think this might be the first time in about 5 or 6 years that I've had a chance to throw to her behind the plate. She's such a dynamic catcher. I love the way that she thinks and the way that she works. It's been exciting on the other side of the ball field to watch her work, and then getting the opportunity myself today to throw to her was really exciting. A lot of new sequences. It's interesting to think about pitching as a toolbox. It's what are you going to build with what you have in the toolbox, and every catcher builds something different, and I loved what Kayla did today.
Yeah, it looks like she's, bringing something different out of you. As you go on in your career, what are the things that you were adding to your game?
I think it's difficult to keep coming out to a stage like this and being successful because not only are the players incredibly talented, they continue to building kind of a repertoire off of you. So they know what your shape is, they know what you have in your arsenal. As particular, you can tell that I lean heavily on my changeup here more than I do in almost any other aspect of softball that I play throughout the year, just because the timing here is so strong. You have to keep hitters off because when they barrel balls up, they fly, especially on a day like today with a lot of heavy wind.
Definitely a lot of wind, and I love just, your mentality, how you're mixing it. If you had to kind of add something to your game, would you add another pitch or do anything else?
I think here I would love to add a drop ball. You saw Lena Vaughter come into the game. She is one of the best drop balls that I've ever seen. I'm always trying to pick her brain about not only softball, everything. She's a great mind. So I think if I needed to add something, I'd love to add something that works down, maybe an off speed so that it's not just one change of speed that I have. I have a couple, but that's something that sometimes you add a tool, you don't want to take away from the stuff you already have by adding something. So I feel like I've been pretty good this year leaning on what I have and trying to sharpen those up. Maybe next year I might spice it up.
You're talking about your relationship with Kayla Kowalik, getting a chance to throw to her. You threw 80 pitches today. How many times do you think you probably shook her off and said you wanted a different pitch?
I think off the top of my head, maybe 2 or 3. Oftentimes you'll see me tap a glove. That's kind of a universal signal for me to change a side. So oftentimes it's not even changing a pitch as much as loving the pitch, just wanting to throw it on the other side of the plate. And sometimes it's not even that it's not the right pitch. You're playing a little bit of reverse psychology with these hitters. I had a conversation with Aaron Koffel earlier. We said that 20% of pitching is skill and the rest is trying to outsmart someone else and playing like mind games with everybody. So sometimes it's me knowing what they think that I'm going to throw and trying to change them off of that.
And since we have you here, last question before we spring you. You've been a person of the world for many years now, playing internationally. You played professionally over in Japan. The question we're asking, we went to Natasha earlier, we're going to get your thoughts. The strangest thing that you've eaten in any of your travels while playing softball?
Oh my gosh, it's got to be in Japan. I want to say maybe the 2nd or 3rd week I was in Japan, my Japanese teammates surprised me and put an entire octopus on my plate. I can tell you confidently, I did not touch that. So I don't know if it counts as something I've eaten or something that was threatened to make me eat.
I know that you were a marine biology major at USF. Was that just something you just are morally opposed to?
100%. I don't think I could have eaten something with that many legs.
Thank you so much,
Jessie.
Georgina. Did she?
Yes, she
Oh, my
did.
goodness. Jessie Warren, a 2-homer day.
Yes, Jessie. I think she hit the bounce house.
2 opposite field homers for Jessie Warren. Not bad.
Have a day, Jessie Warren.
Hey, Georgina, thank you so much for your time. Clearly, it's good luck for Team Kowalik.
I know. Can I stay out here longer? Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Good job, Georgina.
How about Jessie Warren?
Jessie Warren, I mean, have a day. And this is hard power opposite field. And just using that Megan Faramo curveball to her advantage and just keeps her hands inside of it. And this is just great momentum for Team Kowalik.
Here's Alicia Ocasio batting for a 4th time today as we take another look at the homer.
Just a beautiful look. I mean, that's on the outside corner. That's that curve. But the teammate love for me from Kowalik.
Oh, geez, you see that? That never happens. Al Cope was trying to throw it back to the circle, and it actually hits off of Ocasio's body. That's a stray. And Lely says, hold on here. Things are out of whack in the softball world right now. That's not supposed to happen. Folks, you got to pay attention at all times, man. You see things you never see. How many times this happened to you, Natasha? How many times the ball hits you from the catcher? Up.
I've never seen that. Yeah. I've seen a lot of things. That is not one of them.
That's the first time that Ocasio's been retired. I think she should be getting some MVP votes for not being in the starting lineup and getting a cold call in the 2nd inning to pinch hit for Victoria Hayward and then to get 2 hits and a walk. That's pretty cool.
I agree. I agree. And in the 9 holes, she's just been hot, just turning over that lineup to get back to the top.
Here's Amanda Lorenz, 0 for 2, has walked twice and scored twice. Just a week ago, on a different continent, these 2 women were teammates fighting for a common goal and bringing home gold.
have to say that this is the hardest part once you have played with a teammate and you have to come back and face them. I used to hate this part, and I would much rather face strangers, go internationally and play against other teams. But again, you know everything that Megan Framo throws if I'm Amanda Lorenz and vice versa. And so just facing your teammates, and the hardest part about this format in this game is facing your friends and your teammates.
Off-speed pitch, a beauty. Three and two. Lorenz has already walked twice today. Third walk of the afternoon for Amanda Lorenz. That's plus 30 without the benefit of a base hit. And that has just been a theme for Team Netz. Pitchers, whoever's ever been in, Kilfoyle, Netz, McQuillan, Faramo. They've been walking way too many. And that allows Kayla Kowalik to bat. Kowalik flew out to the deepest part of the ballpark her last time up. When you add it all up, 10 walks allowed by Team Netz. And I'd like to say a lot of that's selective hitting for Team Kowalik, but a bunch of those are 4-pitch walks.
Yeah. And the free bases, the free passes, that has been the difference.
Kowalik is retired. Jennings throws to first. Side is retired. But another run scores for Team Kowalik, courtesy of the home run. Team Kowalik taking back the power. 3 homers, including 2 by Jessie Warren. Will she appear on the leaderboard top 10 when she wakes up tomorrow morning? She's not there yet. This is the top 10 updated for what we've seen so far today. Kayla Kowalik still with an over 100-point advantage. But Rachel Garcia is getting closer. Garcia had a whale of a performance. MVP 1, 7 innings of work earlier today for Team Coffee. It's going to be really fun. We're 1 game into Series 3. We've got another Series 4 over the weekend, and almost a week from right now, this AUSL All-Star Cup will come to a close, and we'll have this year's winner.
Champion. We're so close, but yet so far. I still feel like there's a lot of movement that we're going to see in these next couple of days, and these athletes, they can see it, they feel it.
Yeah, we've got doubleheaders the rest of the way. Doubleheader tomorrow, doubleheader on Tuesday, a couple of days off, and then 3 consecutive doubleheaders next weekend to conclude the season. It's been a long summer. The AUSL regular season, now the AUSL All-Star Cup. I'd call it a historic record-breaking summer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, just the following, just the sellouts, 20 sellouts over the AUSL regular season.
Little pop-up. Looking into the sun, Aubrey Leach uses those sunglasses. 1 down. Well, you can experience the AUSL All-Star Cup in person at the stadium at Parkway Bank Sports Complex in Rosemont, Illinois. Tomorrow is Athlete Causes Night, featuring an aluminum cup giveaway for the first 250 fans. Go to theausl.com to buy your tickets today. Anissa Urtez batting against Elena Vaughter. Urtez doubled back in the 2nd inning. Team Netz running out of time. They have a chance to lose this inning if they don't score a run. This is a 20-point inning. Team Kowalik scored a run in the top of the 6th on that homer by Jessie Warren. The 7th inning is not worth any points, but their game obviously will be on the line. And if you win the game, that's 70 points. So Team Netz running out of time to get inning points or to win the game.
This is the time if you're Team Netz, not even to think about the big score. You're just trying to keep it simple, thinking about just winning the inning. Just got to get 2 runs on the board. But again, it starts with getting that traffic on, just trying to figure out ways to get runners on base, keeping it simple.
And Vaughter loses Urtez. That's the first base runner allowed by Vaughter. Had retired 4 in a row. Ball hadn't left the infield.
The left fielder, number 6, Ella.
If Urtez is feeling frisky, it would be in her best interest to get a move on. You can get a +10 with a successful steal. And even just scoring 1 run would be massive, not to lose the inning and to force the next inning to be worth 20.
I'm looking at who's behind the plate right now. Kayla Kowalik, I mean, everything is going in her favor, so I am probably not going to run on her.
All right, your years of playing, you were one of the fastest players of your generation. Who was the catcher that gave you the most fits? Who was the scariest catcher to run on?
I would say Stacey Newman.
Okay.
Stacey Newman, but I'm so lucky I got to be her teammate.
Out at second, nice play by Delaney Wiz to get an angle to get the lead runner out. There's now 2 outs. Dayton replaces Urtez on at first. So you said Nuvi and who else?
Just Stacey Newman. I feel like just how many inter-squad games that we had, I feel like she got me out every single time. I mean, she just had such a quick release, strong arm, so simple. I mean, I could try to even cheat and get a good jump, but she got me all the time. She was good.
What was the thing that you would key on when you're on first base? Is the back heel?
I would
the arm somewhere?
It would check out the arm, the consistency, the arm. I think what was so good about Stacey, not only her quick release, but she just had such good placement of where she threw her ball down. So a lot of times catchers will, airball it. Maybe they have a strong arm or maybe they're short hopping, but she just had it on the money every single time.
Morgan Zirkle lifts it in the air to left field. Amanda Lorenz makes the play. It is an inning win for Team Kowalik, a +20 for everyone on their side. To the 7th we go. Rosemont, Illinois, Parkway Bank Sports Complex. It was Humphrey Bogart that said that a hot dog at the ballpark is better than a steak at the Ritz. And I concur. No place I'd rather be, even on an unseasonably cool day here in Chicago. Temperatures in the high 60s now, but I see sweatshirts on. With Natasha Watley, I'm Eric Collins. Last chance to make a lasting impression for Team Kowalik. There is no inning points on the line here in the 7th inning, but the game is on the line. So far, so good for Team Kowalik. They lead by 7. Koffel, Leach, and Wiz batting against Faremo. Natasha and I working solo today. Obviously, clearly, dozens of people elsewhere on the crew. But in the booth here, working solo, we're going to get a little help tomorrow. Amanda Scarborough.
I am looking forward to that.
All the hard questions she'll be fielding.
Yeah.
5 more full days of AUSL All-Star Cup action. Koffel drills it right side. That's off the wall. Extra bases for Koffel. 20 more points for Koffel. So a 3-hit day for Koffel. She needs her team to bat around. If she gets 1 more at bat, she can go for the cycle. She's got a single, a double, and a homer. Series 3 of the AUSL All-Star Cup continues tomorrow. That's Monday. Bring your coat. It's going to be even colder tomorrow. Did you bring a coat?
This is it. Just a blazer. I didn't even think about it. I just thought, hey, it's summertime still, but it's chilly.
California girl.
Yeah, I know. What was I thinking?
You don't like the weather here in Chicago? Wait 5 minutes. Yeah, the first year of Athletes Unlimited softball, we actually played in the month of September. here in this building. That was 2020. We played without any fans, and it was cold.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, sometimes you didn't want to go to the batter's box. You get the bumblebees. Urtez, great hands. Bobbled just a bit, but super confident. Throws out Aubrey Leach.
Some great hands by Urtez, but I was going to say my first time coming to Chicago was in the November and freezing. So I swore, I'm like, I never will go to Chicago again. But, you know, here I've been a million times, and the weather hasn't been that cold. So I just won't come back in November or December.
Now, despite the fact that the temperatures aren't usually great in the spring, the Chicagoland area has always had two really good collegiate softball programs at the Division I level. DePaul, perennially going deep into the NCAA tournament, sometimes going to the Women's College World Series, and Northwestern. They love their softball here in Chicago. All kinds of it. They play a version of softball called 16-inch. It's with this kind of mushy ball. It actually starts relatively hard, but they keep the same ball the entire game. So after you keep hitting it, the ball becomes mushier and mushier, and you don't wear gloves. And you know people who played the game of 16-inch softball here in Chicago for many years because their fingers go in every different direction. That's a badge of honor when you shake someone's hand and the fingers aren't where they're supposed to be because they've been playing 16-inch softball for years.
Gosh. Yikes. I don't know if I want any part of that.
Delaney Wiss, 3 balls and a strike. Backhanded beautifully by McKinney. 2 down. Do-or-die play for McKinney, and she makes it.
And just talking about the versatility of the defenders, just being able to put some of these defenders anywhere. McKinney is another one of those. Shortstop, I've seen her at short during her college career. But this is a great scoop, just using her feet, using her glove work, fielding from the ground up. Gets her eyes behind it, making it look easy.
For many years, right on this field, there was a player who made that play look routine, that exact same spot in the world. Her name was Amber Patton.
Yes.
Amber Patton actually played at DePaul, but played professionally for the Chicago Bandits forever. And she was slick as a third baseman. Her heart was actually on the right side of her body as well.
Yes.
Yeah, remember that's always the famous story with Amber Patton. Women's College World Series, people always give some story about themselves. You know, hey, I was born on February 29th. Her story was the fact that all of her internal organs were in different spots.
Yes.
That's one of the greatest things about the Women's College World Series over the years, is the way that they can humanize.
Yes, all the different stories.
Yeah, make everyone so unique. And that's top shelf. If you ask me, the best NCAA championship, hands down, Women's College World Series. Nothing compares. If I had tickets to any event, rest of my life,
I thought you were going to give me a year. I was like,
oh no,
give me a year. Let's go.
Just the event.
Just the event itself.
It beats every Final Four. It beats every national championship in every other sport. Not even close.
And I do not disagree with you. And it just continues to get better and better. I mean, just the camaraderie amongst all of the colleges. You just don't even know going in. I mean, back in the day, you could probably pick your top 3, 4 teams that would be there. Not the case anymore.
Corby Otis hits it to center. Getting a late start on it is Zirkle. It goes over her head. It'll be a double, and it allows Koffel to score easily. It is a 13-5 lead for Team Kowalik. 20 more points for Otis.
Yes, and after Corby Otis having a couple walks on the day, 3 walks on the day, finally gets her hit. Just stays in this at-bat, but this ball just carries. This, again, is the wind. We heard Georgina Corrick talk about the wind, and this ball just continuing to carry. So RBI for Corby Otis.
Mackenzie Clark. This is her first look at Faremo. She was lifted an inning ago for Michaela Edenfield.
So would you say every World Series that you sit down and you watch all the games?
I can't say I've seen every inning of every game, but no, I make a point.
Yeah.
Way more than any other event that is out there. I would never, it's not appointment television. No other tournament is except for the Women's College World Series.
Love that.
And it never fails.
Yeah.
It's just fantastic.
So good. So good.
I had an opportunity to do a couple of those championships. Taryn Mowat was the star player for Arizona and threw every single pitch of every single game. Probably the last human to do that. Different age when you used to have one ace and that's all you needed.
Yeah, you can't do that nowadays.
I wonder if she can brush her hair with the right arm these days or stand with her left. She brushes her teeth. Right side of her body is dead.
Gave it all she got.
But it was worth it. Yeah. Man, she was good. Back-to-back championships with the Arizona Wildcats. That's a good eye by Clark. When you went to the College World Series at UCLA, was it Oklahoma City at that point?
Yeah, it's always been Oklahoma City since I played, or since I was playing.
They're playing the Olympics there, 2028.
Yeah, which is going to be interesting. Controversial if you ask some people, but I think it's going to be great for the sport. You know that Oklahomans, they come out, they support the game, so the stands will be full. I think that's what our sport needs, especially at that Olympic level. And hopefully we give ourselves a good case for going into Brisbane. You know, each host country gets to pick that sport, baseball and softball, so I think that's the strategy behind it, so we can get our sport back on the Olympic level.
Great jump and great acceleration by Bella Dayton. She can flat out pick it as a left fielder. Man, that was a good play on a windy day. Super confident in her jump and makes the play to retire the side.
Bella Dayton just going a long way for this ball and just showing off her speed, showing off her athleticism to get that third out for Team Netz.
Team Kowalik, they've been able to score in 5 of the 7 innings. They lead Team Netz 13-5. 2 huge hitting stars for Team Kowalik, Aaron Koffel and Jesse Warren, the left side of the infield for Team Kowalik. Both with multiple extra base hits, both with grand slams. I'm thinking Jesse Warren's could be MVP 1, but Aaron Koffel's making a little bit of a charge. She's 3 for 4. She's been on base 4 times. Single, double, and a homer. Jesse Warren is 2 for 3 with those 2 homers and a walk.
Yeah, it's the second home run that does it for Jesse Warren for me.
Okay.
For that MVP spot. A grand slam and then another home run on top of that. Who does that?
Jesse Warren.
Yeah, who does that?
Sydney McKinney, Tori Vidalis, Tiare Jennings batting against Elena Vaughter here in the 7th inning. This is an important inning for Vaughter. She's thrown 2 shutout innings. Another shutout inning, and that would be 12 times 36 points for her as a pitcher. Every out you record is a +4. She'd like to get 9 outs without any earned runs against her, and that'd be a nice day at the office. There is no benefit to walking McKinney if you're Vaughter. Got to put something in the zone. Well, it looks like tomorrow we'll see both winners from today battle each other. If Team Kowalik can hold on to this 8-run lead, that means both sides that lost today, Team Ricketts and possibly Team Netz, will play tomorrow. Doubleheader tomorrow, doubleheader on Tuesday, a couple of days off, and then 3 consecutive doubleheaders next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to close out the season. Help is on the way. Amanda Scarborough's joining us tomorrow. Beautiful pitch. Vaughter strikes out McKinney.
Vaughter just mixing speeds. A pitch before going to that changeup that was at 58. This is her drop on the inside corner. 67 miles per hour, and that pitch coming in, it's a hard pitch to get on time with, and that's a big K for Anna Vaughter.
Vaughter, the rookie, getting a big shout out from Georgina Cork earlier today. We had a Sephora chair chat with Georgina Cork, and she was talking about how she marvels at Vaughter's ability to throw that drop ball.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to get an answer from her when I said, are you going to add a pitch or you want to add a pitch? And she had something for me. I loved it. She said, I would love to learn a drop ball. And I'm like, oh, gosh, she doesn't really need it. But Cork with another drop ball, with the drop ball, actual one that actually hard and down, she's tough. That'd be tough.
I love the fact that Alicia Ocasio's charting pitches. Chopped to short. Quickly, Koffel sidearms it across the diamond. That was the way that Natasha Watley used to throw him across the diamond. Got to make that throw from all different angles, right?
Yes, the arm slot. The arm slot is key for every infielder. Super important, be able to throw at all different angles. Koffel making it look easy right there.
Tiare Jennings scorches it, but in the wrong spot. It finds the glove of Mackenzie Clark, and the side is retired. It's a ball game for Team Kowalik. You 6 o'clock Eastern. Team Netz going to take on Team Ricketts. For Natasha Watley, for Savannah Collins, and our entire crew, I am Eric Collins. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you tomorrow.